Good morning, friends of roller derby. It is bright and early in the morning on Saturday, June 2nd, Saturday, June 3rd, 2017. This is the second day of the BESTERNS 2017 tournament, brought to you by the Rocky Mountain Roller Girls from the Foothills Fieldhouse here in Lakewood, Colorado. My name is Mark Bradford. You can also call me Brad Example. The first game of the day is the 8th game of the tournament, featuring the Boulder County Bombers taking on Treasure Valley Roller Derby. According to my information, skating in this game for Boulder County are going to be 0815 Feisty 1, number 10 Unprotected Lex, number 117 Mussolini, number 2020 X-Ray Vixen, number 3 Deputies, number 333 Hat Trick, number 40 Beetlejuice, number 408 Brassica Alracia, number 451 Dinah Fire, number 50 The Original Skankster, number 57 Sauce, number 63 Max Wrecker, number 8 Evil X, and number 88 Catastrophe. Skating for Treasure Valley in this game, number 1034 Riot Earp, number 1697 Ellis No Fury, number 462 Dawn of the Shred, number 47 Jane Air Raid, number 5 Raggedy Annihilation, number 630 Scarlet Danger, number 66 Aurelia Spine, number 714 Kill Switch and Skate, number 777 Cherry F Bomb, number 808 Kiki Chaos, number 86 Oh Yoshi Didn't, number 8338 Anna Highway to Hell, number 909 Woody, and number 951 Sinister Kate. So, in the bracket, each of these teams fell to their opponent yesterday, and so we'll be continuing on in this part of the bracket. The whistle has blown, indicating that we're about ready to get underway. Please feel free to share this stream URL on your favorite social media. We've got number 1697 Ellis No Fury jamming for Treasure Valley, but jamming and already through the pack and lead jammer, number 0815 Feisty 1 for Boulder County. Feisty 1 already in the pack, scoring points. Ella has broken the pack as well, but Feisty 1 calls it off after grabbing 4. First blood goes to Boulder County. Coming up next, we've got number 714 for Treasure Valley, Kill Switch and Skate. Matched off against number 2020 X-Ray Vixen. So far, a very similar jammer rotation to yesterday for each of these teams. We do have 7 games today for your enjoyment. X-Ray Vixen pushing at the front. Kill Switch and Skates right next to her, trying to get through on the inside line. No success so far. Going to the outside, X-Ray Vixen does pick up lead, but doesn't quite get out of the pack yet. In fact, Kill Switch and Skate is the first one through the pack successfully. X-Ray Vixen calls it off defensively. No points on this second jam of the game. So Boulder County picking up 2 for 2 on lead jammer calls so far, very early in the game. Feisty 1 already back on the jammer line for Boulder County, facing number 462 Dawn of the Shred for Treasure Valley. Feisty 1 moves from the inside to the outside. Braced triangle of Treasure Valley blockers. Their 4th blocker, Aurelia Spine, currently in the penalty box. And Feisty 1 capitalizes through for lead. That's 3 for 3 for Boulder County so far. We have a star pass by Treasure Valley to Sinister Kate. She was a popular recipient of star passes yesterday. But a penalty assessed to Feisty 1 is going to deprive her of lead jammer status and give the power play to Treasure Valley. Sinister Kate moving back behind the pivot line to take another shot at this pack. Through on the inside line, 5 points, and Treasure Valley is on the board. Feisty One already standing in the penalty box. Not much time left on the power play, and there she goes back onto the track. Sinister Kate takes another run at the pack. 4 points collected by Feisty One, completing the earlier scoring pass. So now both jammers in the pack for scoring. Feisty One has a little bit more success getting through the pack, and that's 5 points. Picking up the jammer lap point on Sinister Kate. Sinister Kate still on the second scoring pass for Treasure Valley. 5 more on the board for Feisty One and Boulder County. It's going to be a total of 9 points on the jam for Treasure Valley and 14 for Boulder County, for a total score of 18-9 with just under 26 minutes to play in our first period. So Boulder County seems to want to go with a 2-jammer rotation early in this game, as X-Ray Vixen is already back on the jammer line for them. Squared off against number 777, Cherry F-Bomb. 4 jammers taking the star so far in these first 4 jams for Treasure Valley. Clockwise block being assessed on the track to number 50, the original Skankster. Might have been worth it, as X-Ray Vixen has now gotten through the pack, lead jammer for Boulder County. Another star pass for Treasure Valley. This time it's to number 630, Scarlet Danger. But before Danger can get around to the pack, X-Ray Vixen picks up 4 points and calls it off. So that takes us to just under 25 minutes to go in the first period. Solid early lead for Boulder County. Boulder County now mixes things up a little bit by giving the start to number 40, Speedlejuice, who is facing number 1697, Ella Snow Fury. Jammers are right next to each other trying to find the route through that pack. Race triangle of Boulder County blockers containing Ella Snow Fury. Speedlejuice pushing at the front, 2 to beat. Make that 3 as Riot Earp comes up and joins. And this time, Ella Snow Fury manages to get out of the pack first. First lead jammer call of the game for Treasure Valley. And it is a power play as well, as a track cutting call goes against Speedlejuice, who must now sit for 30 seconds. So on the power play, 5 points for Ella Snow Fury. Ella in for another scoring pass. 3 Boulder County blockers trying to contain her. Not successful. That's 4 points on this pass, not 5, due to a no pass, no penalty. Legally passing an opponent, but while not in play, therefore not good for the point. Speedlejuice back in play and trying to get through the pack for Boulder County. Penalty box emptying out now. Back to 5-on-5 on the track. Speedlejuice pushing at the front, but bumped into the outfield and has to recycle. Has to get all the way back almost to turn 1. Ella Snow Fury still leads, still powering through the pack. 5 points on that pass. And that's going to be the end of the jam with a total of 14 points for Treasure Valley. And we got our first lead change of the game as Treasure Valley goes up 23-22 over Boulder County after 5 jams. 22 minutes and change on the period clock. Number 714, Kill Switch and Skate takes the star for Treasure Valley. And number 8, Evil X, will be jamming for Boulder County. Evil X makes it to the front of the pack, faces a strong Treasure Valley defense. So far, neither jammer has gotten through the pack. But now Evil X grabs lead for Boulder County. I've noted a request to raise the volume a little bit. I have done that. Please let us know if you need it any more. Still a little bit of headroom on our gear here. Evil X into the pack, 4 points, makes it all the way through, and it's a grand slam. 5 points going to Boulder County's side of the ledger. Treasure Valley short-handed in the pack. Kiki Chaos standing to re-enter. Jam is called. Evil X is on the floor in the center of the track, a little slow back to her skates. Yeah, she's taking things gingerly there. He's probably going to have to get checked out, favoring a leg, it would seem. Lead goes back to Boulder County, 27-23. A timeout is called, an official timeout, stopping the clock at 20 minutes and 37 seconds. And make that, shave a couple seconds off that time, as indicated by the jam timer. So we're going to see that so far early in the game, Boulder County has actually picked up 83% of the lead jammer calls so far, yet they have only a 4-point lead over Treasure Valley. So some effective scoring by Treasure Valley, largely on a 14-point jam by Ella Snow Fury. We have lined up to jam number 462, Dawn of the Shred for Treasure Valley. Squared off against number 3, Deputies, taking the star for the first time in this game. Did jam yesterday. So 20 minutes and 36 seconds on the stopped period clock. Pack moves clockwise a bit to join the jammers as they engage. Deputies moves to the front. Dawn of the Shred is at the back. Whistles blowing. Deputies makes it out. Lead jammer for Boulder County. Kiki Chaos back to the penalty box from the Treasure Valley pack. So 4 points called, picked up by Deputies, who calls it off. Dawn of the Shred had made it through the pack. And we take the score to 31-23 after 7 jams. Feisty one back to the jammer line for Boulder County, facing number 777, Cherry F-Bomb. Cherry F-Bomb tries the inside line, but on the outside line, Feisty one wastes no time getting through that pack. Lead jammer, Boulder County. They're now holding, unofficially speaking, 88% of the lead calls in the game so far. Feisty one trying to get through the pack on the inside line, does so, and earns 5 points. Scarlet Danger seated in the penalty box from the Treasure Valley pack, joined by number 10, Unprotected Lex from the Boulder County pack. Only a couple of power plays so far in the game, so relatively clean on jammer penalties. Kiki Chaos is the pivot for Treasure Valley, anchoring the defense along with Sinister Kate, containing Feisty one in the pack. She goes to the outside, keeps her skates inbounds. 5 points. Cherry F-bomb through the pack now for Treasure Valley. Feisty one called for a back block. Will no longer be a lead jammer. Cherry F-bomb capitalizes with a 5-point pass. Just a few seconds remaining on the jam clock, about 12 of them. 5 more points for Cherry F-bomb. Feisty one standing in the penalty box. May not get out in time. Nope, does not get out in time. She will start the next jam in the box. 2 final points going up for Cherry F-bomb. An official review being called. That stops the clock at 17 minutes and 27 seconds. 3 seconds just added back to the period clock, 17 minutes and 30 seconds. Scoreboard reading 44 for Boulder County, 35 for Treasure Valley. Boulder County who called the official review. Where the broadcast announcers are located, it can be difficult to find out what the official reviews are about, but if I can hear the venue announcers tell that, I will relay it. Once again, thank you for joining this coverage of BESTERNS 2017 from the Foothills Fieldhouse, brought to you by the Rocky Mountain Roller Girls. My name is Mark Bradford. I'm also known as Brad Example. We welcome your feedback. Can't always do everything, but if there's something we can do to make the feed better, please do let us know about it, and we'll see if we can accommodate it. Official review stretching into its second minute right now. Treasure Valley is the older of these leagues, founded in 2006. Joining the Women's Flat Track Derby Association in 2011, which coincidentally is the year that the Boulder County Bombers were founded, 2011. They joined the WFTDA in 2013. Boulder County already been working hard this year. Coming into the tournament, they had a 1-5 record. They had beaten Steel City, but fallen to the Sydney Assassins, Pirate City, 2x4, Rocky Mountain, and a very tight 3-point loss to the Cheyenne Capitals. Treasure Valley came into the tournament with a 1-2 record on the year, splitting 2 games with Jet City and taking a 1-point loss to Happy Valley. Boulder County is going to turn right around and play another tournament next weekend. It's the Mayhem tournament, originally known as Mayday Mayhem, but not in May this year. Hosted by the Slaughterhouse Derby Girls of Greeley, Colorado. Okay, the official review has ended. And so Feisty one is starting, as I mentioned, this jam in the penalty box. Ella Snow Fury with the star for Treasure Valley. Already up at the front of the pack, trying to pick up lead. Boulder County did not retain their official review, so they were unsuccessful in their petition. Ella Snow Fury bumped into the outfield, has to recycle, and that allowed Feisty one to get through for lead jammer. So Treasure Valley unable to capitalize on the power start of that jam. Ella now breaks out of the pack, clear to score for Treasure Valley. Feisty One completes the scoring pass, calls it off, is awarded 5 points. That takes the score to 49-35, advantage Boulder County with 16 minutes and change remaining in the first period of play. Number 2020 X-Ray Vixen back to the line for Boulder County. Facing number 714 Kill Switch and Skate for Treasure Valley. Team from Boise, Idaho. Treasure Valley is in the white. In the black is the Boulder County Bombers, whose X-Ray Vixen has gotten through the pack and earned lead. Half a turn behind, Kill Switch and Skate is clear of the pack as well. X-Ray Vixen calls it off with 4, not able to do that in time to prevent Kill Switch and Skate from picking up 1. That takes us closer to the halfway mark of this first period. Number 40 Speedlejuice to jam next for Boulder County. And number 462 Dawn of the Shred for Treasure Valley. Boulder County short 1 blocker at the moment. Brassica Alracia is in the penalty box. Blocking out of bounds penalty being assessed to Speedlejuice. So that allows Dawn of the Shred to get through lead jammer and a power jam. Speedlejuice was close to the penalty box, so didn't take much time before sitting down. That will minimize the amount of power play time that Treasure Valley gets. Treasure Valley does grab 5 points on Dawn of the Shred's first scoring pass. Speedlejuice rejoins the action, encounters the back of the pack at high speed, does not get through. Five on 5 on the track. Boulder County Bombers blockers able to contain Dawn of the Shred for the time being. Speedlejuice pushing at the front, not finding much purchase. And another penalty being assessed to Speedlejuice, this time a forearm blocking penalty. You may not block with your elbows, forearms, hands, or head. So another power play opportunity for Dawn of the Shred and Treasure Valley. Through the pack for 5 points. Still, Boulder County able to hold Treasure Valley to 2 scoring passes so far. 9 seconds remaining on the jam clock. And Speedlejuice just now standing, so I do not believe, and I am correct, Speedlejuice will not be able to rejoin this jam in progress. We'll start next jam in the penalty box. 3 points on the board for Treasure Valley. Total of 13 on the jam. That takes Treasure Valley back within... I must have missed a point somewhere on my tally. It is 53-50. Advantage Boulder County. So only a 3-point game with under 13 minutes remaining in the first period. So now the shoe is on the other foot, as it were, as Cherry F-Bomb with the star for Treasure Valley is seated in the penalty box. Through and lead jammer is Speedlejuice after emerging from the penalty box. So the power play now on the side of Boulder County. Two to beat at the front of the pack. Speedlejuice bumped into the outfield, calls it off. Awarded 4 points on the jam, taking Boulder County to 57. Jerry F-bomb. An official review being called now by Treasure Valley. So in the penalty box, Cherry F-bomb had been signaling a blocking out of bounds penalty, obviously feeling that one had been committed. That may be what this review is about. Clock has stopped at 11 minutes and 45 seconds, 57-50 on the scoreboard, favoring Boulder County. Again, my unofficial statistics still show that Boulder County has 83% of the lead jammer calls in the game so far, but obviously the point spread is a lot closer than that. Treasure Valley has been able to capitalize on some jammer penalties committed by Boulder County, while remaining relatively clean themselves in terms of penalties. We want to thank you again for tuning into this coverage of the 2017 BESTERNS tournament, live from Lakewood, Colorado, the Foothills Fieldhouse, brought to you by the Rocky Mountain Roller Girls. Got a dance party in the on the bench for Boulder County, so they're having a good time. We even have some footage of it. All right. I'm Brad Example. Some people call me Mark Bradford. Glad to be bringing this game to you. The official review has concluded. Let's see if I can hear what it was about. Well, apparently, we don't know. So there was a call for skating out of bounds that was not granted. So, things are as they are. Cherry F-bomb does get out of the penalty box through the pack. Lead jammer for Treasure Valley. Number 3, Deputies with a star for Boulder County is clear of the pack. Now a penalty assist, Cherry F-bomb. So this jam will go the full 2 minutes. Power play opportunity for Boulder County. Going to start off with a 5-point pass for Deputies. Penalty trouble, as I mentioned, has been rare for the Treasure Valley Jammers. Cherry F-bomb back out of the penalty box, has removed the jammer star. Not yet past it. Current pivot for Treasure Valley is Sinister Kate, so that's who would receive a star pass if one occurs, which it just did. So Sinister Kate now jamming for Treasure Valley, but still at the back of the pack. Deputies still trying to get through the pack, and in fact called on a track cutting penalty, which for those of you new to roller derby means improving your position while, relative to other skaters while out of bounds. So on that final scoring pass, 5 points for Boulder County, 3 for Treasure Valley. Total of 10-3 on the jam, favoring Boulder County. Which brings the score to 67-53. Advantage Boulder County, skating in black. Under 10 minutes now remaining in our first period of play. And so Deputies starts in the penalty box with the star for Boulder County, with the star for Treasure Valley, number 1697, Ellis Snow Fury, who would very much like to become lead jammer for the jam, and does. Ella coming around to the pack Gets past her own blockers who are holding the back of the pack and is held back now just by one Boulder County blocker, who successfully bumps Ella into the outfield. That gives Deputies time to come back from the penalty box, get through the pack, and be clear to score. Ooh, Ella Snow Fury tried to call it off, but instead was called on a track running penalty. And so loses lead, and the jam will go 2 minutes, of which 1 minute remains. So another power play opportunity for Boulder County, and they've already picked up 5 points. Deputies held back by Aurelia Spine and Anna Highway to Hell from Treasure Valley. Aurelia Spine anchoring that defense. Deputies now called for a high block. And this has just been a revolving door on this penalty box for jammers in the last couple of jams. So now a 5-point power pass for Ella Snow Fury. Only 5 seconds left on the jam clock, so this will be ending soon. It ends too soon for Deputies to rejoin the action. A team timeout being called by Treasure Valley. That stops the clock at... Well, the clock is behind the Treasure Valley team. 7 minutes and 8 seconds on the clock. Scoreboard shows 77 points for Boulder County, 61 for Treasure Valley. That last jam wound up going 10-8, favoring Boulder County. This next jam will be Deputies' 3rd jam in a row with a star. That might be some inspiration to pass the star when the jam starts. We do see Feisty One wearing the pivot stripe, so that would not be at all strange or unusual. Let's see if that happens. Team timeout concludes. It's number 714, Kill Switch and Skate, who takes the star for Treasure Valley, starting presently unopposed on the jammer line. Only a few seconds remaining on Deputies' penalty. Kiki Chaos also about to rejoin the pack for Treasure Valley from the penalty box. Killswitch and Skate, lead jammer for Treasure Valley. Well, what do you know? The star pass does go to Feisty One from Deputies. Feisty One will not get a chance to score as Killswitch and Skate grabs 4 points for Treasure Valley and calls it off. First period clock approaching the 6-minute mark. We're going to see number 2020 X-Ray Vixen with the star for Boulder County. Number 462, Dawn of the Shred for Treasure Valley. 12-point differential. This has been a close game. The farthest apart the two teams have been is 18 points, and that was back in the 3rd jam and only temporarily. So a very close game so far. Lead jammer is X-Ray Vixen. Coming around, engaging the pack. Dawn of the Shred has removed the jammer star, but not passed it. If there is a pass, it would be to Sinister Kate. Current pivot for Treasure Valley. 5 points for X-Ray Vixen. Kind of looked like Don of the Shred wanted to pass that star, but that was prevented as the Boulder County blockers separated the jammer and the pivot in the pack. Now the star pass has occurred to Sinister Kate. 5 points on the board for X-Ray Vixen. Jam is called off before Sinister Kate can score. No points on that last scoring pass, so we end up with 87-65 on the board, a 22-point lead for Boulder County. Under 5 minutes to play until halftime. Feisty one back to the jammer line for Boulder County. Jerry F-Bomb out there for Treasure Valley. Feisty one's the one who makes it through first. Lead jammer, Cherry F-Bomb, is not too far behind, about a quarter turn, I'd say. Feisty one in the pack for points. Jam is called off by Feisty one. Points are 2 for Boulder County. None this time for Treasure Valley. $89-65 on the board, favoring Boulder County. Going to be about 3.5. Well, I was going to say 3.5 minutes, but we just had a timeout called. It's a team timeout for Boulder County. That's the first of their 3 that they have in the game. Treasure Valley has taken the team timeout as well, so each team will be at 2. Each team also gets an official review to use in the second period of play. In this game, if you succeed at an official review, you get it back. You can only do that once per period, so maximum of 2 reviews, but it's an incentive to get your review right. So clock stop, 3 minutes and 47 seconds on the period clock. If there are fewer than 30 seconds remaining on the period clock at the end of a jam, they won't run another one unless a team does call timeout or use their official review for the same purpose. So we got at least 2 more jams in this period. If they're quick ones, could squeeze 1 or 2 more in. We do see number 1697, Ellis No Fury, jamming for Treasure Valley. Taking on number 2020, X-Ray Vixen, back to the jammer line for Boulder County after 1 jam away. Ellis No Fury pushes out the front of the pack, lead jammer for Treasure Valley. X-Ray Vixen clear to score, but half a turn behind Ellis No Fury, who's now in the pack, scoring points, calls off the jam.
I think you can fast forward at the bottom.
The points, haven't seen the points yet. There they are, 3 points for Treasure Valley.
The one that it's horrible. The best friend. It's horrible. It's so
That makes the score 89-68.
Let's go to bring back the
Sorry, palindrome score fans, not quite a palindrome there. Number 0815, Feisty one, back to the line for Boulder County. Jamming against number 714, Kill Switch and Skate for Treasure Valley. The team from Boise, Idaho in the white uniforms. Kill Switch and Skate, lead jammer for Treasure Valley. Boulder County Bombers Feisty one is now through the pack as well, clear to score. Kill Switch and Skate calls it off, and 4 points are indicated by the jammer referee. So Treasure Valley chipping away at Boulder County's lead, which had topped out a few jams ago at 24 points, now down to 17. Just over 2 minutes on the period clock. This could be the last jam of the period, more likely to be one more. Dawn of the Shred with this star for Treasure Valley. Squared off against number 40, Speedlejuice for Boulder County. Been a few jams since Speedlejuice has been out there. Dawn of the Shred pushing against a 2-wall from the Boulder County pack. Makes it out first, lead jammer, Dawn of the Shred. Gone to the shred, back around in scoring position. Beetlejuice has made it out of the pack and is approaching scoring position, but Donna the Shred will call it off first. 4 points for Treasure Valley. And a few more points chipped off Boulder County's lead, down to 13 points now, 89 to 76. There is enough time for one more jam in the period. Probably just one more. X-Ray Vixen back to the line for Boulder County against Ella Snow Fury for Treasure Valley. Each pack is short one blocker. On the outside, Ella Snow Fury lead jammer for Treasure Valley. X-Ray Vixen about a quarter lap behind, out of the pack as well. Not a lot of time for Ella Snow Fury. And Ella Snow Fury committing a back blocking penalty will lose lead. That means this is definitely the last jam of the period. Another minute and a half. Wait a second. So I looked away from the track for a moment, and that was a mistake apparently, because it seems as though we had competing jammer penalties and both jammers are back in play, but we don't have a lead jammer. No points have been awarded to either jammer thus far. But there's the first batch of points, 4 points going to X-Ray Vixen. Jam called off with 2 points for Ella Snow Fury. So that takes us into halftime with a score of 93 for the Boulder County Bombers and 78 for Treasure Valley Roller Derby All-Stars. 15-point differential. It has been about that close through the majority of the first period of play. Very, very briefly, Treasure Valley held a 1-point lead, but for the most part, it's been a single-digit to low 20-point lead for Boulder County through the game thus far. So we've got a 15-minute halftime queued up. A couple of very unofficial statistics from the first period. 57% of the lead jammer calls going to Boulder County. That's down from about 80%, so Treasure Valley figuring out how to get lead in this game a larger part of the time. High scorer in the first period is Feisty One of Boulder County with 38 points, followed by Ella Snow Fury from Treasure Valley with 27. One of the, Evil X has only jammed once, but did very well, getting lead and earning 5 unanswered points. Of those jammers who've jammed multiple times, I'd have to say that the most effective has been X-Ray Vixen with a plus 2.5 point per jam differential over the opposing team. So, like I said, highly unofficial stats. I'll see if I can find some penalty information at halftime. About 13 minutes remaining at halftime. Give yourselves a break. We'll be back in a little while. Thank you much. Friends of Roller Derby at home, thank you once again for tuning in to 2017 Besterns online coverage provided by the Rocky Mountain Roller Girls. Here from the Foothills Fieldhouse in Lakewood, Colorado. My name is Mark Bradford. Some people call me Brad Example. We are at halftime of game number 8 featuring the Boulder County Bombers versus Treasure Valley Roller Derby. A little research at halftime. 21 penalties were racked up in the first period by Boulder County and 14 by Treasure Valley. Only one skater is in some penalty danger. Number 808 for Treasure Valley, Kiki Chaos, has 4. If that goes up to 7, that results in a foul out. But I don't think we've seen any of those so far this weekend. At least I haven't. About a minute to go before we resume play. I can explain something that confused me at the end of the first period. Turns out I saw a penalty assessed to Ella Snow Fury jamming for Treasure Valley, a back blocking penalty, and but before Ella got to the penalty box and sat down, that penalty was rescinded. So Ella never lost lead jammer status and was able to call off the jam legally on behalf of Treasure Valley. The jam did end up going 4-2 in favor of Boulder County, resulting in the score that we have on the scoreboard right now, 93 for Boulder County, 78 for Treasure Valley. 15 points is far from what I would call a comfortable lead, because that can easily be racked up in well, I shouldn't say easily racked up in a single jam. That can be racked up in a single jam, but our highest scoring jam thus far in this game has been 14 points. We've had one jammer from each side pick up 14 points in one jam. We're ready to skate now with number 0815, Feisty One, jamming for Boulder County. Taking on number 714, that is Kill Switch and Skate for Treasure Valley. Feisty One through first, lead jammer. First jam of the second period. Feisty One already back around in the pack for points. Star passed to number 951, Sinister Kate, by Treasure Valley. Feisty One in pursuit of Sinister Kate. Chooses not to call off the jam, is getting back in for more points. And through for more points. 5 points awarded to Feisty One. Jammers remain engaged with the pack. Feisty One back around for more points, and that's 5 of them. And here we go again. Feisty One is determined to make this the tall jam of the game so far. 40 seconds remaining on the jam clock to do it. Feisty One is now recycled through the outfield pretty much all the way back to turn number 2. Make that turn number 1. Wow, okay. But back on the track and headed for the pack and scoring position. Sinister Kate still jamming out there for Treasure Valley, having received the star pass. Feisty One pushing at the front of the pack, gets through, and 5 points. And I think that's time on the jam. 4 more points go up on the board for Treasure Valley. But the overall jam goes 19-4, advantage Boulder County. That is now the highest scoring jam of the game. Results in a 30-point lead for Boulder County, 112-82. Ella Snow Fury back on the jammer line for Treasure Valley. Jamming against number 2020 X-Ray Vixen for Boulder County. Vixen pushing at the front. But Ella Snow Fury finds a hole on the inside, gets through, lead jammer, Treasure Valley. X-Ray Vixen still on the initial pass. Ellis No Fury recycled through the outfield of play. Comes back in. X-Ray Vixen now clear to score for Boulder County. Ellis No Fury calling it off. Successfully preventing points from Boulder County. 3 points picked up for Treasure Valley. (112-85) with 26 minutes and change to remain in the game. Number 3 Deputies from Boulder County jamming against number 462 Dawn of the Shred from Treasure Valley. Treasure Valley defending at the front of the pack. Boulder County at the back of the pack. Boulder County playing a little bit of offense and able to spring Deputies, who earns lead. And Boulder County clamps down on defense. Dawn of the Shred not yet through the pack. Deputies now around for points. Dawn of the Shred out of the pack, clear to score. Number 451, Dinah Fire in the penalty box from the Boulder County pack. But before Dawn of the Shred can get to the pack, called off with a 2 points. 2 points for Deputies. Scoreboard now reads 114 for Boulder County, 85 for Treasure Valley. Just about exactly 25 minutes to play. Feisty One has the star for Boulder County. Cherry F-bomb for Treasure Valley. Pack is pretty tight there. I heard one whistle. Looks like a back blocking penalty being assessed to Feisty One. So power play for Treasure Valley. Cherry F-bomb still on an initial pass. Bumped to the infield. Tries again. Now bumped to the outfield. Tries again. Pack moving through turn number 3. Headers for turn 4. Dinah Fire anchoring the defense for Boulder County. But Cherry F-bomb is awarded lead. It took pretty much a full minute for that to happen. Feisty One re-entering the track now from the penalty box. So power play. I think Cherry F-bomb will have earned the not on the track point for this pass. Cherry F-bomb bumped into the outfield though and has to try again to get through the pack and seal the deal on those points. Feisty One pushing at the top of the pack. Braced triangle of Treasure Valley blockers. Escaping on the outside. Feisty One now clear to score. Cherry F-bomb still lead and able to call it off at any time. And that time is now 5 points awarded to Cherry F-bomb. That takes Treasure Valley to 90 points to Boulder County's 114. 7-1-4 kill switch and skate jamming for Treasure Valley. Number 40 Speedlejuice with the star for Boulder County. We've got a full pack for each team at the moment. So a little defensive blocking there, delaying kill switch and skate, strip through the pack. Lead is awarded to Speedlejuice or not. Speedlejuice is called for a track cut, so the question is whether lead was awarded first in which case we won't have a lead jammer, or whether lead was never awarded. And apparently lead was never awarded because that is now being signaled for kill switch and skate. Kill switch and skate rapidly through the pack. That's 5 points for Treasure Valley. Power play continues as kill switch and skate comes around for a second pass. Tough blocking in turn number 1. Kill switch and skate trying on the outside. Beetlejuice trying on the inside line. Neither one of them making much progress. A multiplayer block assessed to one of the Treasure Valley blockers. Turns about to be number 47, Jane Air Raid. So kill switch and skate, still with lead jammer status. Trying to get through for points. Five points for Treasure Valley so far. Okay, kill switch and skate calls it off with 5 more. That takes them to exactly triple digits, 100 to 114. Treasure Valley chipping away at Boulder County's lead. Of the 5 jams in this second period, 3 lead calls have gone to Treasure Valley, 2 to Boulder County. Timeout is being called. A team timeout for Boulder County. Beetlejuice, currently in the penalty box, will be the jammer for the next jam as well. Dawn of the Shred, number 462 for Treasure Valley, holding the star at the jammer line. So power start on tap for Treasure Valley. But the team timeout for Boulder County has to expire first. We once again encourage you to share the link for this stream with all of your social media friends who might be interested in watching some roller derby this weekend. This is a WFTDA recognized tournament. A variety of teams, mostly from the western part of the United States here, duking it out in the course of, 7 games yesterday, 7 today, and 5 tomorrow. My fingers tell me that's 19 games over the course of the weekend. Please feel free to comment on the live chat. We can't guarantee that we can answer every question or accommodate every request, but we'll see what we can do. So the clock was stopped with 20 minutes and 23 seconds remaining in the game. We're about to resume play. Huh. Interesting. Kill switch and skate from the previous jam wound up in the penalty box. So we had a very, very, very brief jammerless jam there as things got underway. So both jammers are in the mix. Beetlejuice is the one who makes it through the pack first. Lead jammer for Boulder County. Kill switch and skate also in the pack, trying to get through on the initial. There it is. So both jammers clear to score. Beetlejuice in control. No, Beetlejuice called for a low block. So another 2-minute jam on our hands. And another power play for Treasure Valley. And that's 5 points for kill switch and skate. So chances are good that Beetlejuice has some untallied points that we'll find out about in a few seconds after the penalty expires. 33 seconds remaining on the jam clock. Beetlejuice re-engaging the pack at the back of the pack. Pack is kind of spread out heading into turn 3. Another 5-point pass for Kill Switch and Skate. The power play has ended now. Beetlejuice choosing the right spot and moment to re-enter the track after being pushed out of bounds in turn number 4. Time expiring on the jam. 4 points for Beetlejuice. And a track cutting call at the very end of the jam against Kill Switch and Skate. So after a pretty clean first period for the Jammers, we're seeing a lot of jammer penalties in the second period. That last jam wound up going 10-4 advantage. Treasure Valley. Timeout being called by Boulder County. Or maybe not. I'm seeing the referee signaling to restart the clock. Scoreboard. Treasure Valley standing now in the penalty box. Lead jammer is Boulder County's number 2020 X-Ray Vixen. Killswitch and Skate re-entering the action, immediately met by resistance from the Boulder County blockers at the back of the pack. X-Ray Vixen completes the scoring pass, gets 5 points. X-Ray Vixen back in the pack, earning more points. Killswitch and Skate still on an initial pass, not yet clear to score. Vixen breaks through the pack. 4 points on this pass because it did not include the not on the track point. We have a star pass for Treasure Valley to number 462, Dawn of the Shred. And considering that Killswitch and Skate had held the star for a couple jams already, that's not very surprising. Called off with a final 3 points for Boulder County. So a total of 12 points on the jam for Boulder County. Takes the score to 130-112. Boulder County able to bump their lead back up to double digits. Just under 16 minutes on the second period clock. Cherry F-Bomb with the star for Treasure Valley. First one through, lead jammer. A star pass from Deputies to Hat Trick. So this is the first time that Hat Trick will receive the star in this game. Five points picked up by Cherry F-Bomb. Hat Trick gets out of the pack with the passed star for Boulder County. Cherry F-Bomb back in the pack for more points. Calls it off. Is awarded, I think that's 2. Not before Hat Trick is able to sneak into the pack for a point. So altogether, the jam goes 7-1. Advantage Treasure Valley. Closes the gap to 12 points, 131-119. Now past the halfway mark of our second and final period of this game. 14 and a half minutes and ticking. Number 1697, Ella Snow Fury with the star for the first time in a few jams for Treasure Valley. Hat Trick wound up in the penalty box at the end of that previous jam and is joined now by Ella Snow Fury. So Hat trick back on the track for Boulder County. And if I heard that correctly, is immediately called for a track cut. So neither jammer eligible for lead. Ellis No Fury back on the track. This will be a 2-minute jam. Any way you slice it. Okay, so Ella made it through the pack. That is the initial pass. Now clear to score. Hat trick standing, so we'll shortly re-enter the track as well. 5 points for Treasure Valley, courtesy Ellis No Fury. More whistles on the far end of the track, and Ellis No Fury came into the pack just too hot and is called for a back blocking penalty. The power play goes to Boulder County. Hat trick through the pack, clear to score. Just over 20 seconds remaining in the jam. Hat trick through the pack, 5 points for Boulder County. Ellis No Fury still in the penalty box, just now standing. Indicating fewer than 10 seconds remaining on the penalty. Hat trick deflected into the infield, has to recycle. Time expiring on the jam. 4 more for Boulder County. And 2 more for Treasure Valley. So the final tally, 9-7 on the jam, advantage Boulder County. 140 to 127 total score. Quickly, we're already into the next jam with Dawn of the Shred with the star for Treasure Valley, but your lead jammer is Feisty One for Boulder County. Feisty One already back to the pack, picking up points. Dawn of the Shred breaks the pack, here to score for Treasure Valley. So Feisty One will grab 4 points and call it off. Quickest jam in a little while here. 144 to 127. Just over 11 minutes remaining to play. So this game is anything but in the bag. Although Boulder County has been able to hold the lead almost the entire game, it has dwindled down to as low, well, I mean, Treasure Valley briefly held the lead. And just recently it was down as low as 6 points. So Boulder County, lead jammer, courtesy number 2020, X-Ray Vixen. Treasure Valley's jammer is Cherry F. Bomb, still trying to get through on the initial pass. It was 3-on-3 in the pack, now 4-on-4 as the penalty box empties out. X-Ray Vixen through. 5 points for Boulder County. Cherry Bomb has removed the star. Not past it. X-Ray Vixen having trouble getting past the front of the pack. If Treasure Valley does pass the star, their current pivot is Sinister Kate. 5 points again for X-Ray Vixen getting through the pack. Not easily. Back around to try again. Mussolini, number 117 for Boulder County, is up there to try and help X-Ray Vixen get through the pack. But that doesn't make it easy. Cherry F. Bomb is bumped into the infield, has to recycle back behind Boulder County. Same thing happens to X-Ray Vixen, only on the outside line instead of the inside line. This jam ends on time with a final tally of 4 more for Boulder County. Total of 14 on the jam. So 31-point advantage for Boulder County. That almost ties the lead that they had after the first jam of the second period. Actually, it slightly exceeds it because that wound up being 30 points then. So 8.5 on the period clock. Through the plaque, clear to score, lead jammer, number 3 Deputies, Boulder County Bombers. Number 714, kill switch and skate with the star for Treasure Valley. Trying to get out the top of the pack in turn number 2. Does so. A back blocking penalty to Deputies. Yet another 2-minute jam. Yet another power play for Treasure Valley. Kill switch and skate capitalizes with a 5-point pass. Coming back around, last defender is number 408, Brassica Lauracia. Kill switch and skate passed for 5 points. Deputies released from the penalty box. Not before 5 more go on Treasure Valley's side of the ledger. Deputies back on the track now. But I believe still an initial pass. Kill switch and skate on a scoring pass, but now being crushed by a triangle of Boulder County blockers. A clockwise block being called on number 408, Brassica Lauracia. That reduces the defensive power of Boulder County. Still able to maintain their grip on kill switch and skate, though. Little offensive blocking help from On a Highway to Hell, but still not out of the pack. At the same time, Deputies crushed at the back of the pack. 2 minutes expire. 4-4 awarded on that pass. Official timeout called. So scoreboard reading 162 to 146. Advantage Boulder County. Clock stopped at 6 minutes and 26 seconds in an official timeout. Whew. It is hard to keep up with all of what's going out on the track there. Jammers lined up are number 0815 Feisty One for Boulder County and number 1697 Endless Snow Fury for Treasure Valley. Stay tuned to the Rocky Mountain Roller Girls on Twitter and Facebook and what have you, and of course you're on YouTube to track the action from the rest of the BESTERNS 2017 tournament. This is the first of 7 games for the day, occurring at 8, 10, noon, 2, 4, 6, and 8 p.m. Mountain Daylight Time. I'm Mark Bradford. Some people call me Brad Example. Glad to be bringing this event to you. Please feel free to share this YouTube channel on your social media. You can say stuff to us on the live chat. We might be able to answer you, we might not. If you are awake this early on a Saturday morning and tuning in, thanks for doing that. If you're tuning in after the fact, the live chat won't do you much good. All right, the official timeout stretching now into a third minute. Teams taking advantage of the opportunity to adjust who's on the track. We do see the officials talking to the team representatives in the center of the track. So it looks like something has been concluded by somebody. Okay, folks are heading back to their corners. Ooh, I think we've got a foul out. Deputies is leaving the track area, so it's either a foul out or an ejection. So 6 minutes, 26 seconds remaining on the penalty clock. So with the loss of deputies, looks like deputies had contributed 30 points to Boulder County's total. That could be costly for Boulder County. Of course, we're down to the last handful of jams as well, so let's see what happens. Feisty one able to get through. Lead jammer for Boulder County, but hotly pursued by Ellis No Fury. Feisty one goes to the air to try and land some points, does not succeed, and so this ends up a 0-0 jam. I heard an indication here in the venue that a back block committed by deputies was considered egregious, and that sounds like an expulsion. Score remains at 162 to 146 with a 0-0 jam last time out. Number 2020, X-Ray Vixen with the star for Boulder County. Jamming against number 462, Dawn of the Shred. Neither jammer through the pack yet. On the outside, X-Ray Vixen picks up lead for Boulder County. Dawn of the Shred not through the pack yet. Dawn has removed the jammer star, doesn't really have anybody in the neighborhood to pass it to. And Dawn makes it through the pack there to score for Treasure Valley. Dawn of the Shred into the pack for points. X-Ray Vixen still lead. So X-Ray Vixen completes a scoring pass. 4 points. But 4 also awarded to Dawn of the Shred. So tie jam so far. Hat trick sent to the penalty box, but there's no room at the end, so has to go back on the track for the time being. 4 more for Dawn of the Shred. And an answering 4 for X-Ray Vixen. But Dawn of the Shred is ahead of the cadence a little bit and has 4 additional. 13 points remain, 13 seconds on the jam clock, down to 10 now. So I think that might be, yes, a grand slam for Dawn of the Shred, picking up the jammer lap point on that pass. That's the end of the jam, with no further points for X-Ray Vixen. So that was a nice jam win for Treasure Valley, total of 17-8 on the jam, and brings the score differential back down to 7. It's 170 to 163 with just over 3 minutes on the clock. An official timeout called, stopping the clock at 3 minutes and 10 seconds. And now we see hat trick leaving the skating area. Replaced in the penalty box by number 451, Dinah Fire. Oh my, okay, so a dramatic game to start the second day of BESTERNS 2017. Period clock has been adjusted to 3 minutes and 12 seconds remaining, so like 2 jams probably. 7-point differential. Boulder County has been clinging to that lead, but is down to the single digits now. So, taking the start for the first time in the game, number 630 Scarlet Danger for Treasure Valley, taking on number 0815 Feisty One of Boulder County. Scarlet Danger had received a star pass earlier, but this is the first time starting with the star, and capitalizes through for lead. Feisty One starts to pass the star, doesn't work out, keeps the star, gets through the pack, cleared score. Scarlet Danger into the pack for points. Calls it off, should be good for 4. Yes, it is. Okay, it's a 3-point game, 170 to 167. Just over 2 minutes on the period clock. So certainly one more jam, and depending on how it goes, it could squeeze in 1 or 2 more. Not at all out of reach for Treasure Valley. They hand their star to number 704 Kill Switch and Skate. An official review is called by Boulder County. Number 2020 X-Ray Vixen is poised to jam for Boulder County. Clock is stopped with 2 minutes and 2 seconds on it. If we end up with another one of those 2-minute jams, then it's possible for this to be the last jam of the game. Oh my. I don't know about you, but this is exhausting just to watch. In terms of WFTDA rankings, Treasure Valley came into this tournament ranked number 62. Boulder County came in number 57. So if Treasure Valley pulls this off, this will be their second rankings upset of the tournament. Three points, my goodness. Okay, so it appears that Boulder County is requesting a forearm penalty against the Treasure Valley jammer. I can't predict the odds of that being awarded. I suppose if you've got the official review and you have something to try it on, you may as well. Okay, they're being signaled the end of the official timeout. I don't see any change in the personnel on the track. So that'll be the loss of Boulder County's official review for the period, and therefore for the game. The aforementioned jammers of Kill Switch and Skate and X-Ray Vixen are engaging the pack. A multiplayer block being called against Treasure Valley's blockers. X-Ray Vixen, lead jammer. Treasure Valley's blocking squad shorthanded by 2 for the moment, although Sinister Kate is about to rejoin the action. 5 points collected by X-Ray Vixen. That gives them just a hair's worth of breathing room. Kill Switch and Skate out of the pack and clear to score for Treasure Valley. X-Ray Vixen completes the scoring pass. Should be for 4. It is. Continues to skate. And 4 picked up by Killswitch in skate for Treasure Valley. As long as Boulder County is able to remain 1 pass ahead of Treasure Valley, they could burn down the clock. X-Ray Vixen bumped into the outfield, calls it off. 3 points given to Treasure Valley. 3 more going to Boulder County, giving us a score of 182 to 174. We did see a team timeout called immediately by Treasure Valley, stopping the clock with 40 seconds on it. 8-point differential going into what is, almost certain to be the last jam of the game. 8-point differential. Well, we've seen scores as high as 19 points in a single jam in this game. They're taking this one down to the wire. Feisty one, poised to jam for Boulder County. Killswitch in skate with the star for Treasure Valley, seated in the penalty box. So the advantage with Boulder County to start this jam.
We are starting on a power jam for Boulder.
So for things to go Boulder County's way, Feisty one has to get through the pack cleanly, not pick up a penalty, earn lead, and then have the Boulder County pack contain Killswitch in skate long enough for the period clock to expire. Okay, so Killswitch in skate is standing, just about to re-enter. Still no lead jammer. Okay, so the Boulder County blockers poised to receive Killswitch in skate. Feisty one does make it through for lead. Control is with Boulder County. The period clock expires. Feisty one calls it off, and that 8-point lead is going to persist to the final. Oh my. So, unless something radical happens here in the last seconds as they verify that score tally, Boulder County has held on to the rankings win, as well as the win to the next piece of the BESTERNS bracket. All right, so the cheer from Boulder County. They're going to take their victory lap. So congratulations to the Boulder County Bombers, victorious in this first game of the day. Highly unofficial statistics, Boulder County came away with 59% of the lead jammer calls in the game. 38% of them went to Treasure Valley. We did have a number of jams with no lead jammer. High scorer of the game, X-Ray Vixen from Boulder County with 68 points, followed by Feisty one with 61. On the other side of the ledger, Killswitch in skate had 58 points for Treasure Valley, followed by Ella Snow Fury with 37. The jammer with the best point per jam differential, again, unofficial, and deducting power jam points, delta of 3 points per jam for X-Ray Vixen. We saw 2 of Boulder County skaters leave the track, the skating arena, so obviously a dramatic game on the penalty side. Okay, I'm pretty much exhausted here, so thank you for tuning in to the first game of the day. My name is Brad Example, also known as Mark Bradford. Glad to bring you this game. The next one will start at 10 o'clock Mountain Daylight Time, which is in just over 20 minutes. On behalf of the Rocky Mountain Roller Girls, hosts of the BESTERNS 2017 tournament, thank you for tuning in. Please tune in some more.